Prayer is pleading. In particular, men have difficulties in allowing a plea to pass their lips. Too strong is the will to do oneself, to complete it alone. What we can accomplish on our own, we shall, no question. But what to do if one is at wit's end? If one's strength just isn't enough? Then only one who is stronger will be able to help. With the experience of one's own limitations, the prayer as plea begins. In a time that has detached itself from the old dependencies of nature, such pleading may seem like a relapse into old bondage. We owe Mary gratitude for the deep recognition which she has expressed in the Magnificat, namely, that prayer is pleading. Luther could have venerated her as Queen of the Heavens, as so many contemporaries of him did. But he praises her self-recognition with which she willingly admits her own poverty before God, for he has been mindful of the humble state of his servant. Within this lays the secret of each prayer. God isn't looking for the great, the proud, the efficient, the strong. He looks for the low, the poor, the desperate. In a picture, a human has to come empty-handed before God. Otherwise, God cannot fill his hands. Pleading, really, how to plead? People only learn when they are at their wits' end, when no wisdom or money helps anymore. Who is willing to acknowledge one's own helplessness stands at the threshold to prayer. But often this requires a good amount of courage. Courage to look at oneself in one's own limitations, weaknesses, and helplessness. When the disciples of Jesus asked him to pray, he taught them 7 petitions. To pray from the bottom of the heart is the highest form of human existence before God. Only when we plead, we accept God fully as God. We acknowledge him as helper, survivor, savior, and redeemer. Because do we really have our lives in our hands? Can we create work according to our liking? And do we possess peace? Nothing of this and many more is within our power. Prayer, therefore, is the recognition and acceptance of our own poverty and helplessness. Someone else, someone higher, has to act there. For me, there is just the plea that delivers my anxieties to God. There, where someone prays from the bottom of his heart, the experience of Mary will become true, and in the retrospective, we may at times realize how God has answered our prayer and changed it into a hymn of praise.